Alrighty, beautiful people, here we are back for another annual Christmas podcast. It's been a little while since we've done it. I hope we find you safe and well on Christmas Eve.
It hasn't been a little while since we've done it because it's take 5.
Oh, well, yeah, no, it's true.
No one else knows that, man. Don't tell them.
Be a professional, alright?
Grow up.
Show us your feet.
Thoughts on these? If you're watching on the YouTube,
That's Quentin Tarantino-esque, that. You right, Jazz?
No.
Don't like feet?
thoughts
Don't like
on them?
Tyler's feet?
I highly dislike
No, that's the
feet.
5th time he showed me his foot.
So, Tyler, what are you proud of? Your feet?
My black and manky foot.
Oh, please stop showing us. Alright,
Rightio.
if you're listening on Spotify, you've done well.
Get on the tube.
So, plan for the next 45 minutes or so is we're going to have a little bit of reflection, look back at the last 12 months, talk about what we're proud of, what's gone well, all of that kind of stuff, and we're going to look forward to the next 12 months, what will be in 2023. Like that? Yeah. Bit of rhyme? Yeah? No?
Continue.
Jazz? And yeah, we'll just talk about it. We'll probably go off track, but that's okay. Hopefully we can keep you somewhat sane as we lose our sanity as you guys head to Christmas.
Yeah,
so
ironic.
on that note,
Before you go,
All I want for Christmas.
yeah, go on.
no, too late.
No, talk us through it. At least good backing music to your question.
I haven't heard this yet, so this is the first time.
Smart.
Don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace.
All right, that'll do. That's enough, Mariah. But question for you all. First time I've asked it tonight. Mariah or Bublé? Don't say it.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Don't say it.
God, I hate you. You know, what I was going to say before Mariah beautifully interrupted us, I'm going to say this is going to be our best one yet.
Nah, the best one yet, which we'll talk about in a sec, has already been filmed the other week. Myself and Mark Coffer Winecast. If you haven't listened, tune in.
Fuck the
I hear this one more
self-praise
time.
coming from you.
Pour yourself a glass, tune in, and get a bit of hospitality and wine history from myself and Mark.
yeah,
Mostly
right.
from myself.
You'll hear about Holocausts and things last time I heard.
That's not funny.
That's, excuse me?
Yeah, a little bit of black humour in that one.
The death of 6 million people. It's not funny, Mitchell.
You seem to have found it funny in Winecast.
Tune in.
All right, so first question for you all. Actually, no, you haven't answered the first question.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Like,
Michael
Queen
Bublé.
Mariah.
Oh, Jazz is here. Hey, Jazz. I'm probably... Yeah, Mariah. Actually,
Yeah.
I like that song.
Definitely
I
Mariah.
very rarely hear it.
It's a track. If you hear it 3 or 4 times a year, you're sweet. You're winning. So, first question for you all. Bit of reflection of the year. I want a couple of words, 2 or 3 words that summarise your last 12 months.
You asked me this an hour ago, and I said I'll think about it, and I actually haven't thought about it, but
Shock me.
yeah, we'll go challenging, broke.
Are you trying to get a BTV ticket?
I've been paying you okay.
We won't talk about that. Challenging and broke.
We need to have a look at your bank account because I'm fucking paying you all right, aren't I? Jesus.
It's more what I'm doing with the
No,
money.
that's exactly it.
Life's about choices.
Jasmine,
Jazz, you're up.
it's bloody good to have you too.
Thanks.
This is prepping her for season 4, being a co-host.
Yes, good.
I haven't agreed to that
No, you
yet.
have.
No, I haven't.
It's part of your
Education.
player development, shall we say.
I can die a happy man when Jazz solo hosts a podcast.
Baby steps.
We'll get there.
Character building.
Yeah, I know. Hectic.
You've
I
had a
have-
year.
Yeah. Fun year.
Come on.
Give us another one.
Another one. I only had to give one word.
Nah, it's 2 or 3.
You did say 2 or 3.
Come on, Jizz.
It's not a thing, Tyler. Don't say it. Not on a live podcast.
It's not love.
Can we cut it out?
No.
This is take 5, apparently.
Hectic, sleep deprived, but fun.
Good. Love that.
Sleep deprived's 2 words.
Shut up, Tyler. You asked for two to 3.
Fucking bit of Mitch and Jazz
A little bit.
banter going on here.
It's nice to pass the baton along.
Tyler
you know,
made
just
me
go
wait
sit
40
before.
minutes at the Christmas party. And then
Hang on,
said
hang
it
on.
wasn't his
It made
fault.
all of us wait.
It was definitely his
So
fault.
this is
And I'm going to let people at home play along here and guess why. They only have 5 seconds to guess, and it's going to be pretty straightforward. Calories. Yes. The man was eating.
Man's got to eat.
We're waiting to get wine and dine.
So a couple of weeks ago, we had a glorious Christmas party. Would highly recommend. So
last week.
I can't remember. This comes out at the end of the week. So we caught up here. We thought we'll be here at 12 because we've got to be at Montalto at 1, right? Tyler told us that. At 12, 30?
45.
12:45. He goes, we ready to go?
Takes 15 minutes to get to Red Hill.
It does not take 15 minutes to get to Montalto. So we got there late. Jazz got to know the vines and the beautiful car
Scenery.
park at Montalto. But we had a wonderful evening.
To be fair, I didn't know she was just standing there in the car park like a gronk waiting for us. I thought she might have been like in the venue and
Like a what?
And Hamilton, there it is.
What did you call me?
We've been running for 5.5 minutes, and there it is.
If you're sitting around the table listening to this, and every time Tyler goes full Hamilton, you're allowed to have a drink.
have a drink, and I'll have one with you.
Tick. Mitchell, a couple of words.
Oh, utter chaos.
Utter chaos.
Yeah. Semi-organised utter chaos.
It's 4 words.
You want to elaborate a little bit?
How much do you want me to elaborate?
A little bit.
Oh, man, it's just out and stopped. I went from 90-hour weeks into life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
life things.
life things, and here we are on the back end of life things.
Good riddance.
Hence, not that it matters because it's take 5, so technically I was on time, but played golf today, so looking after the mental health.
How'd you go?
Actually played pretty good.
Mornington?
Nah, Centenary.
Oh, yeah, nice.
No wags. Not that you like wags anymore.
I love Wags.
Not
Beautiful
anymore.
man.
Trader.
Always.
We don't have a script, by the way.
Obviously not. I knew I was going to ask this question. I hadn't thought of an answer. Reactive. That's probably mine for the last couple of years. I've been building on it. But, first time in my life I've had to be reactive, looking after the girls and keeping them alive and trying to help keep KP sane, even though she does most of the keeping sane.
Heavy lifting.
Of our family, most of the heavy lifting. Almost all of it. Sleep deprived due to that, but also just wonderful. Just lots of moments, lots of special moments, winning flags and watching the girls grow up. And
Do you win a flag?
I've not spoken about
First
it.
I've heard of it.
That's all right. I'll talk to you about it. I'll bring my medals in one day. I'll give a couple to each of the girls. It's been pretty wonderful to see you guys and Lucy and Billy and KP and our Virtus family grow and develop and do good things. It's been brilliant. What are you proud of, Jazz, over the last 12 months?
Resilience to get through placement and work, probably roughly like 80-hour weeks of no sleep and being able to continue on, probably the biggest thing.
And to get through the podcast.
And to get through a podcast. This is now my second one. Yeah.
Very good. What are you guys proud of Jazz?
She's actually learning to banter. Like, I'm so proud of her. She got me good the other day, and I didn't expect it. And I can't even remember what it was, but it was exceptional.
Yeah.
But the scary thing was, and you two won't fully understand this, but you've met the man enough to half understand this. She replied like Ben Frith would reply, and it horrifies me.
Just
Horrifies.
dry and blunt and
proper,
straight to the
just
point.
like, yeah. I can't remember what it was.
I've been spending too
I
much.
know what it was.
Oh,
It was about the Mexican.
Oh, yeah, true.
We made cardio. We made Tyler do some cardio. Went for a walk. Increased his calories.
Big walk.
He said something to me once that'll stick with me forever. It was just like, we just mentioned that someone didn't do something because their grandparent had died, and he just said, "Well, it doesn't stop spinning because you died." And it was tongue in cheek. He was joking, but fuck, it hit me hard.
We were walking back from Zambro's. We lunch meeting because Lachie paid because he wasn't here. We got there and Tyler seemed to not want to carry the heavy bag. Too much lifting apparently. So Jazz carried it.
Didn't want to burn any excess calories.
So I was like, "Oh, what's in the bag? Why do you want to carry it?" Jazz goes, "Mexican," and I just lost it because I just didn't expect it, and it was just a split second.
Still don't quite get
That's
it.
what I'm proud of.
It's because you're not funny.
There it is.
She's on.
Bubs.
What about you, Tyler?
That's what I'm proud of.
What are you proud of, Jazz?
Yeah, just leaning into the whole community here, because I guess she's been in a similar position to myself where she's moved to this new community where, other than Mitch, did you know anyone in this community before you started here?
Nope.
There you go. And seeing the challenges I faced when you step into a new place and new people and you Mitch is telling me to speed it up.
No, he's
Aren't you?
Trying to get hot chip in the air instead of feet.
I thought you told me to wrap it up.
Oh, man,
fuck. I'm not waffling on that much, am I?
Mitch is wafting the sweet smell of our new sponsor, Fresh Yaya.
I don't know if there is such a thing as like smell cast or something, but fuck, it smells like feet in here.
It does smell.
It does. It
Just
absolutely
went down to the
does.
beach. My feet are clean.
There is way too many toes out for my liking. Anyway.
Before I was
What are you
rudely
proud of?
interrupted.
30 toes.
Watching her take on the same challenges that I sort of did when I first moved here and thrive and grow in this community. I've said community a fair bit.
It's good.
Move on.
I already did mine. What are you proud of, Jazz? I did that. Clearly,
Lachlan?
I was listening.
Everyone loves you.
I tune in and out.
Like, just across the board. People love jazz. More jazz. They want more jazz. Just to juggle what you've juggled. It's phenomenal.
Are you sure you can spare some calories?
Chip me. Oh, mate.
It's
I need more calories.
I mean, I quit my masters, which tells you all you needs to say about the resilience and the capacity to just keep on going. So, bravo.
Thanks, guys.
I look forward to you getting it done and seeing you a little bit more.
I know.
It's gonna
It'd
be
be
the best.
nice.
It's gonna be the best. Can't wait. Tyler, what are you proud of? Bit of self-reflection.
Yeah, so this is my first. So I did move here 2021, but this is my first proper crack at it. Because 2021, we just got shafted by lockdown, so I didn't really get a chance to get out and about and
Fucking Dan Andrews.
see things. So probably, it was my first year, like being in a new footy club too in Red Hill, and
True.
sort of
The Hillman, get around him.
took over from Jack Keeler and helped out with their sort of conditioning programming and just warm up and just general S&C.
No flags.
No flags though. 2023 though, we're looking good. Just being in a completely new environment where the boys, they're young and they've already got their friendships, like they've grown up and played in flags together and grown up together and they've got their bonds and their little inside stories and jokes, and to have to go into a brand new environment like that, it's pretty intimidating. So to get through that and to build connections here at Virtus too, it's been good to sort of step into a new environment, and I feel like starting to feel like home.
What would you tell Tyler from 18 months ago?
Don't spend your money.
Yeah, maybe that.
Nah, don't regret a single thing.
Don't buy any crypto.
Yeah, yep, literally, phenomenal answer. It's a cop out to go with what you just said.
It's been a shit show.
Nah, I agree.
But what would you tell Tyler from 18 months ago? Just from a new life, new area, new footy club, new community, new job.
It'll get better. It'll get easier.
Did you have moments where you're like, what the fuck have I done?
No, not really, because in the back of my head I knew it would get easier and better,
Yep.
but
Just had to
I just give myself a reassuring,
endure.
it'll get better.
Like that. Mitchell? Proud of Tyler?
Deciding what he wants to do. Half. Actually having some sort of direction.
You're saying I had no direction when I started?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a bad thing. You just didn't know what you wanted to do. Now you've found your little niche in partnerships and probably not what you thought you would find yourself in.
Nah, none at all.
Sales boy.
Hence,
Yeah.
proud of you.
Thank you.
Jazz, proud of him?
Proud of these.
Put your feet away, Tyler.
Proud of the puppy dogs.
That's someone's second drink.
Are you
That's
okay?
your second country.
Are you okay?
No.
Not you. I know you're semi-okay, but what is wrong with you?
My goal for the next half an hour is to get her to lose it.
Oh, it's just not hard. It's after 6.
I know, that's what I said. Your dedication to your training at the moment. You seem to be pretty
Yeah.
consistent, and I know we give you shit for your calories and everything, but you are very diligent, which takes a lot, so...
You see, I'm not restricted with my calories. I just need to eat lots of them.
Yeah, I know, but still a rent that you could be paying on other things, money, and...
Yeah, a lot of money on groceries.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Pump me up.
Just practice what you preach. You're someone that you're starting to see yourself as the leader that you are, which is lovely. And I think you'll don't get ahead of yourself. But I think that growth over the next 6-12 months is going to be huge. Just you being able to talk to and lead our members from a place of experience. That doesn't come free. And Mitch has gone through it over the last couple of years. Jazz is going through it and will continue to go through it over the next few years. Just the capacity to have life. What's the word I'm looking for? Help me.
Timing.
Timing?
No,
Yeah, time in. Yeah.
In.
Yeah, there's another word. It's a good word. This is what I realised over the last 12 months is that I can't function with no sleep. My brain doesn't work. I can't think of words anymore, but that's okay. But yeah, proud of you. You've done good.
Cheers.
And taking on a big chunk of business that I had been taking on, real happy about it. So good from you. And doing it better, maybe, next year.
Next year.
What's the question?
What are you most proud of?
What are you
I
proud
need
of?
to know which are we going. Surviving, not thriving, but also not sacrificing. Like I didn't have to give up much, or I chose not to give up much, even though I was doing a lot.
Bit of an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, not even that. Even just like time in, like
Scrubs
I did a
reference
lot,
for
but,
anyone
like,
watching.
no, I went
watching
straight in my
Scrubs.
head. Never seen it.
Heartbreaking. Show my age. Scrubs?
Nah.
Sorry.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're old. If I'm like older, you're
It's
old.
that old. Since when are you older? We used to give you shit for being the fucking
Yeah, this place,
12-year-old.
yeah, but this place ages you.
It does. You're the old one now. Jesus.
I am. Even though he's younger than me, I feel way older.
No
I'm a year
way.
younger, but I'm 4 years younger.
It's fair.
Yeah, keep going.
But no, like, that's it though. Like, even though this year obviously was somewhat organised chaos, I didn't really give up much in the way of what the things that I still like to do. Like, I still did the thing. I still went and socialised with my mates. Like, still went out here and there. Like, still played golf. Still trained. Like, obviously got back to running. Like, all that stuff. Even though it was chaos, I made it work, which is kind of what I do. So.
Attaboy. Proud of him?
Yep.
Why? Tell
Go
me.
on.
Fill us in.
Detail.
I want to cry.
To the point where we always lost the plot. We were at Saints, but you still
There
managed
is so
to
many
get
videos
through
on my phone of us
the
just
next
proper
day.
lost it. Like, lost it.
As in just cooked at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
and just absolutely, like, most of the time Jazz would have a hoodie over her head and I'd be just absolutely being a pest.
I've seen
And
some
then
of those- I've seen some of
sometimes
those
it would
videos.
flip.
Yeah, but you were in the worst, probably from less sleep, more hours on top of what I was doing, and then you're still managing to get through 12-hour, 14-hour days the next day. So, good on you.
Yeah.
Sidebar for a moment before you get into what you're proud of him. We do not promote lack of sleep. All right, there's been some extenuating circumstances in our lives over the last 12 months, and we know, as purveyors of good habits, that we need to look after ourselves over the next 12 months. So, team resource,
Wait a
team
minute,
resource, team. What's the news? Team resolution. Sorry, I'm struggling. Team resolution. We're gonna get more sleep. It's gonna be glorious.
Great. Sounds
My
like
body
a plan.
functions
Phenomenal.
on anywhere from 4.5 to 7.5. That's my.
That's
and
terrifying.
Has always
Yeah.
been my normal though.
I'm like 6 to 7.
Yeah, I'm
Eight.
And I
plus.
feel better. Yeah.
You'll know.
That's probably a good segue into what I'm proud of. Just like the sheer volume of work you get done, like for yourself and for Virtus and for all your other little side things you got going on. Like, and like despite the lack of sleep and all the house stuff and the emotional stuff going on, like you just get shit done and keep a really cool head. And like I couldn't fathom myself like keeping a cool head under all those circumstances. And like even like in the gym, like if there were 20 people that have just rocked up and you got 2 onboards that are booked in at the same time and 5 people that are doing their first session, like which is just bananas to me. You just keep a cool head and just get it done. And so that's what I'm most proud of.
Life's never as stressful as it needs to be.
No, it's a choice. Stress is a choice. It's a state of mind.
Yeah, it's an
Well,
emotion that you create. How you
Yes.
It's
react to
an
your
emotion
environment.
that you have the capacity to respond to
Yes,
if you want to.
that's a better way of wording it.
I'm proud of how you looked after yourself. It's been nice to see you training and moving and filling your cup before you go to fill everyone else's for once.
The old Napragizic. Sort me out.
It's been a couple of years there where I was a little worried. But you're on the way back, which we love. What about Virtus? Who are you proud of? What are you proud of? In terms
No,
of
you can't
work?
skip yourself.
Yeah.
Worth a try.
Good try.
Worth a try.
You know reverse.
I'm proud of my wife, obviously, and my children.
We're talking you.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to pay for that.
Tick that off. She listens to these religiously, so she'll. Yeah, you will. Me, I'm just proud of fitting everything in. This year was like a year where I kind of had one too many things going, like with Virtus and footy and the girls, and then my own training. Like my own training kind of took a hit for a big chunk of the year, but we're selling a house still. If you could sell it, Dan, that'd be great. Hopefully we've got an offer by the time this airs.
We're not allowed to talk about that.
Yeah, no, we'll get there. Yeah, just a matter of like kind of going, I know I'm spinning plates and I know there's a couple too many, but they're like future building plates that, for spin a couple of the extras for a little bit longer, kind of get everything you want. I love the quote, tick. If you're playing a drinking game at home, every time I say I love the quote, you can drink. I love the quote, you can have anything you want, but not everything you want. Make the choice and get on with it. So you have to pick and choose. So this is a year where I really had to go, all right, well, I'm going to have to sacrifice some time with the girls to play footy and managed to get the result we were after. And now I can lean into spending time with the girls. Pre-season maybe start a little bit later. So, yeah, the pride is just, looking at everything, taking a huge bite out of it and making it work.
I'm probably proud of just the shit you managed to get done whilst juggling a family. That's fucking bonkers. Just any parent for that matter too. Like,
I don't know how people do it with real jobs.
I always jokingly say, but also not jokingly say, I don't want kids until I'm 35, and I fucking almost mean that too. Cause like, I'm not doing it. I'm busy at the moment, but in relatively to Mitch and to even yourself, I'm not doing that much. I couldn't imagine stacking 2 kids on top of what I'm doing, and then also like try and run businesses. And so yeah, just respect to keeping your head on despite the lack of sleep and keeping shit going here and keeping your family ticking along. And that's to KP too.
She's a good egg.
Yeah, agree with what Tyler said, but also and then the ability to keep the community going here and keep trying to fill up everyone else's cup as well as yours, even though not able to do that all the time. But yeah, definitely just the community that you're able to continue to drive here.
This is the first year I haven't wanted to call people and wanted to respond to emails and respond to text messages and do all those extra catch-ups. So if I have neglected you this year, I apologise. But Lucy and Billy and KP and Banksy and Taco come first.
I'm going to go with the prioritising stuff that you mentioned
This will be good.
earlier, but I'm not giving you a cuddle yet. You have to wait for that. But no, like from like a Virtus point of view or from like a business point of view, like giving up some of the shit that you've never given up for, whether that's coaching hours or like some of the partnership stuff to Tyler, like I know you hate to do that to start with. It's a struggle and it's a block that you like to create but also hate to create. But obviously this year being 2 kids, family life, him taking over some stuff, like
Flags.
something that you hadn't done before, which I think goes a long way in helping this place grow.
Yeah. Yeah, and that I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but that's kind of what I'm most excited for over the next 12 months is just in this place especially is the growth that'll happen with me not being on the floor, as long as someone can do Monday nights, and not doing the bulk of the sales stuff, which is going to be sick. Virtus space. It can be people. It can be chunks of the community. What are you proud of? Who are you proud of? What have you appreciated that this place has given you guys over the last 12 months?
Probably proud of all the new people that have stepped through the doors and like I don't know actual numbers, but I'm just going to say off the top of my head like maybe 80% or so have like stuck around and really got around it and have been a pretty permanent part of the community. Like if you look at the regulars this year compared to this time last year, like
we've essentially doubled membership from 12 months ago.
And yeah, like I'm proud of the new faces that have got in and got around us, and the ones that are still sticking around, of course.
Oh, I was waiting for you to respond.
No, you're up.
Yeah, I'm up. Similar to Tyler, but I'll go a different path. I think anyone who's made the choice to start or stop for either reason. Like, as much as growing the business is a fantastic, we want as many people as we can through here. Like, some people who have made the choice to move away from Virtus, Sophie Swanton. But, like, that is a difficult choice to make.
Sorry,
but we know that is...
My daughter misses you.
Yeah, we all miss it. But, like, that's a hard thing to do that's it's helping her grow in a way that she obviously can't do it from here. She's moving to another country. So, one, on the new members have made a change or started, but also those that have moved away for X amount of reasons, whether that's life, family, anything like that, because they're hard decisions to make, like full stop. So.
And just to jump into that one, even ones like young Finn Whitty, like he's just going across the good life. He just wants to start training with his mates. He's got a big group of his mates from school that go there, and that'll be good for him to train with his schoolmates and like see a different gym environment and play around with all the machines. And like, who knows, in 6 months' time he might really miss Virtus and he'll be back. But it'll be good for him to get a different gym experience because, like, from what I know, like this is just his first experience in a gym, and that's been it.
Yeah.
So that'll be good growth for him.
Yeah, his dad was my favourite lecturer at uni, funnily enough.
He's the man.
Yeah, I think I'm going to jump in for you, Jazz, if that's
Go
right.
for it.
As our old mate Simon Cooper says, there is power in change. Quote I love. Change is the only constant, but like change is fascinating because it's part of the human condition where it's inevitable and it's effectively the only thing that's guaranteed. Yet we're so averse to it and we're so resistant to it. You take the place where people put their fucking drink bottles away and everyone loses their minds for 3 days.
Ridiculous.
It was the next level.
It's funny. Just on that, I think.
Don't you dare bring the coffee cup up.
No. Come on. I think all of us that week were just not in the mood for complaints either, so we're all just like, fuck
Shut
up.
It's just, like, things like that are really funny because, like, we spend a lot of time in the gym, and I feel as though I'll make a little change and wait for people to notice, and no one will notice because they don't spend as much time here and they're not as. I know you.
I notice every shift
You
there's
change
a
shit every
change.
time I come in.
No, but I'm talking about our community in general. I know you guys notice. What did I change this week? Whiteboard gone. But you make little changes like that, and then you make a change that disrupts people's thinking, and they lose their minds. But what they realise is 3 days later, like, they just find another way, and things maybe move a little bit better or maybe don't. You can put that in the suggestion box out the front.
Green lid.
But the capacity for people to make change in their lives is what I'm proud of. The Soph Swantons of the world, the Jess Mays who move away to explore and grow and develop in different ways. The new clients that started a gym, off the word of a friend or off a Google review or something like that. Like, it's phenomenal that you are willing to put your trust in us and our community to help you get where you want to be. Jazz starting a new job this year, Tyler, moving house a couple of times, Mitch selling his house, just good, good people doing good things on the wall. But good things happen when you put yourself out there and you cultivate change. Part of the reason why I'm shifting away from my main roles here to give me a bit of a kick up the arse to do to build the ideas that I've had for the last couple of years. So just that capacity to, grab change by the scruff of the neck and, know that, like Tyler when he moved, that everything's going to be okay even if there's a few bumps along the road. What about you, Jazz?
Well, I guess coming in and being new this year, not having spent time in a gym like this.
This was about COVID week last week. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I knew this was going to
She
come up.
infected us.
I
Actually,
I
not me.
infected
Oh.
Lachie.
I still haven't had it.
I reckon you have.
Mm.
You just didn't
Guaranteed.
test.
Built different.
Anyway, let's not go down that rabbit hole. I think, coming into this gym and not having been in a semi-private model like this before, I'm probably proud of just everyone, like all the relationships and it's not just a normal gym. You come in and it's a social aspect, especially for me when I come in. So, probably just proud of it being able to be that kind of a place, as well as, for change and for a gym to keep moving, but also that aspect I'm proud of.
It's awesome. That's really cool. So let's shift the tact a little bit from reflection to it's the opposite. Preview. Expectations. Forecasting. Good.
Forecasting.
What are we individually and Virtus? Let's answer both. What are you most excited for over the next 12 months and beyond?
Europe.
Yes, and also no. Like, just And it's probably the same answer I had last year, and it's the same answer I'm going to have every single year on the 20th of December. But
Growth
like,
and things.
yeah, just how much better am I going to be this time in 12 months?
Such a lucky answer.
Yeah, no, but seriously though, like how far can we push it?
You're my blue. My boy blue.
But
What a movie.
okay, to step away from that, that probably again, I'm a shit. Actually, I can't say the C word. I'm shit. With,
Hasn't stopped you before.
Said the H word last week. So have a crack
what's
at
the
it.
H word?
Tyler, keep going.
I'm shit with money, so 2023 goal would really like not master money because you're not going to do that in 12 months, but to just start to not even be a bit more sensible, but just be comfortable with money and not have to like cling fortnight to fortnight and live like a peasant for
Pay your
4
monthly
days of the week. Nah, that'll end in tears. Also going to Europe next year, so really keen for that. See some friends that have moved over there.
Couple of Verta seminars.
It's definitely not what you came for.
How could I forget? Veritas UK seminars coming 2023. Watch this space. That's
So
all.
for our
I'll,
European listeners,
0.5%.
what's
Yeah.
up?
that's all I'll say on that one.
Jazz?
Everyone probably can guess, but I want to graduate uni
Huzzah!
and not be at uni for the past. I've been there for the past 5.5 years, so I'm extremely excited to be done. 5
What are you
months
going to do
ago.
when you're done?
I don't know.
And don't
Get
say
crank.
don't say shift straight into work.
No, absolutely not. I don't know.
I'm
You
gonna
will. You absolutely will.
I'm going to force you to take time off.
Uh,
You can play if I say no when it comes. Just
all right,
play
I'll
this
play
back.
this back. No, I'll probably take time off. I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't thought that far ahead, but I'll get there.
Holiday.
I just want to graduate first.
Yeah, good. Mitchell?
First quarter, Mitch merch releasing soon. You'll find out. Also, like deep dive into golf again because it's something that I enjoy it. I know I like being out in nature and doing hikes and things like that, but don't necessarily get the chance or choose not to do it as much as I like to. But getting better at something again. Obviously, working out kind of what work looks like for the first 6 months. Obviously, that'll happen in Jan, I guess.
I got some ideas.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Ideas are like turds. Everyone has them. And then
Everybody
for
poops.
the back
I've been
half.
reading Lucy's books.
Yeah, actually, I have. Yeah, Lucy and I are good friends now.
Yeah,
Used to hate me, but we're good now.
You need to hit up Greg because. Hi, Lucy. No.
Oh, yeah.
Just for the
Don't
last
worry,
3
Greg.
years.
It'll happen. Believe in
Just
yourself.
got to put time in.
And then the back half of the year, depending on what the work looks like, I'll also be taking a trip, which I've been on holiday for a while, so it'll be a working holiday, probably not a lot of work, a lot of holiday, but tax write-off, you sneak it in there. So yeah, I'm planning to go back to America November, December, depending on timelines, for a fair chunk of time, 3 or 4 months. So
Beautiful.
probably the last
2 or 3.
time that I'll long holiday.
1 or 2. 1 or 2 months. Yeah, true.
The last time, nah.
Like a big holiday, like solo venture, big
Yeah.
holiday. It's
Oh,
really,
no.
and I really enjoy traveling by myself. So I think Tommy and I are planning to take a little bit.
You'll be engaged by this time next year, I reckon.
Fuck that.
Good.
And then I mean Tommy and I are pretty similar, so also cuts your costs down in half, which is always nice because traveling to overseas now is cost you an arm and a leg.
This is true.
So expensive, so expensive. I think flights would be like 2,200.
Yeah, it might change in a year, maybe. In 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. Just don't cross over holidays, all right?
Inflation. No, we don't worry.
I know. I'm excited just to keep seeing the girls grow up. They, anyone that's a young parent, it gets heaps more fun as they get older, like progressively. Like it's the curve just goes exponential.
Till they're about 12.
Yeah, I've so far. So there's an asterisk. Lucy's just turned 3 and Billy's 1 and a bit. But yeah, just to see them. Lucy goes to kinder next year, which is batshit crazy. She's a little nervous about that, but I've been giving her all my change quotes, just like it's good for you and stuff. So hopefully she
Can she comprehend it?
No, we're getting there.
Can any of us?
She repeats some of it.
You got her again.
Lucy, it's part of the human condition. She's like, human what?
Shut up.
What'd you say?
See, KP goes back into a classroom for work, so I'm super excited to see her get settled with that because this year's been super up and about, around all over the shop. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hey.
Hey,
Oh God. Don't
Go
start.
again. It's like the bane of the Christmas party. Lachlan slapping Simon in the head with a branch. The worst.
Can we talk about the Christmas party when you're done there?
So, yeah, we can. I've lost my train of thought. Oh, I'm excited to fucking sell my house. And I mean, this is the best way possible, but I tend to like plan things out, and maybe they take a little bit longer, and then they tend to happen. But you know, we put our house on the market start of April, and we're currently in December, so it's been a bit of a fucked year with that in that sense. And we're ready to buy the house that we're going to be in for the next 10 to 15 years. So yeah, I'm hanging out for that, the next chapter, to kind of get a big skip, throw a heap of shit out, and just kind of start fresh in a lot of ways. You know, essentially in the house that the girls will grow up in. And yeah, I'm excited to shift away from my day-to-day here, to work on some big projects that we will touch base on in the new year, when I figure out which one I'm going to lean into the most. And yeah, I'll just keep doing the basic shit well, training, footy, with another flag, yeah, all the good stuff.
Hillman.
The what?
Hillman.
Who?
Never heard of her.
Herman?
Hey, do you want to talk podcast things? Because we reinvigorated
Got a
the...
Christmas party?
Hey?
Is that what you said?
We've got 3 minutes to talk Christmas party.
Rightio. Everyone, we're going to go around the circle. Everyone's going to give their votes for best on ground, best moment. Starting with Jazz.
Oh, Tyler. So Tyler said, how far is Greece from Europe?
This was bad.
How far is it?
Someone tell me. I still don't know. I'm trying to plan a trip next year. Someone let me know.
How far is your nose from your fucking head?
Me? 5 centimetres.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's good. Tyler, best moment?
Best moment? I'm going to go a non-funny answer and just, you know, at Montalto, the sun was shining, just sitting there with the crew and drinking, eating some good food and having some good
like
time.
Your fucking adopted
I love
son,
it.
mate.
Attaboy.
Don't say that.
It hurts. It gets worse.
Take my
Biggest insult I could imagine.
Take my answer.
I don't mean that. Best on ground, Lachlan.
Yeah.
Get around me.
You got
Most annoying on
yeah, that's
For anyone who is actually ever, which was probably most of us seen Lachlan drunk, wrestly, obnoxious.
Cuddly. I was obnoxious. I got real obnoxious. But what I realised...
I wasn't finished.
No, you go.
No, I don't need to. It gets personal from here.
No, I can take it.
As you were.
I'm a dad now. I had 12 hours. I need to make the most of it.
What were you saying?
Favourite moment? It's a moment where I really wanted to slap Simon.
No, you did. You
No.
didn't really want to. You did.
No, that was a different time. There was a moment where I did, and I asked him, and he said no, and I didn't. So, personal growth.
So annoying when he drinks.
It was my first exposure to drunk Lachlan. We've had drinks and stuff in the past, but like
I just feel bad
I mean
for Simon.
drunk Lachlan.
I feel bad for Simon. Because Simon cops it, because I'm pretty sure you know that I wouldn't put up with it. You're not going to do it to Greg. And I think you
wrestle
love
Greg.
Tyler too much.
He's too nice.
You'd be scared Tyler to pop a
I
shoulder.
love Simon. I love Simon so much. That was a good time, wasn't it?
Fizz was best on for winning Virtus Bingo.
True.
Yeah.
Good.
That was probably my best reaction.
No, yeah, so that was brilliant. Good from you. But there were like 2 or 3 things that you just decided you weren't going to do. So you ruined the game.
Who? Me?
You.
Oh, yeah.
And it was against
Because
me,
you kept
so I was
trying
getting
to
so
do it.
frustrated.
You kept trying to do it. What you trying to get me to say?
Oh, yeah, it definitely like launched the obnoxiousness, the aggravation, like early
It
on.
was so fun.
Because everyone at the start was just like, I can't say all these
Oh, the
things.
first like 20 minutes. of me-
Oi, Greg, say
It was
this. Oi,
painful.
Mitch, say
The
this.
first 20 minutes of saying game on was just
Game
so
on.
awkward. No one wanted to say anything, and then Greg would say something to Georgia, and then it just spiraled. Georgia just walk right into it.
And then fast forward 5 hours, Lachie has me in a headlock saying, "Say Pinwa, say Pinwa."
Yeah, but because you go Hamilton and you, like, what did you say at the start? What was the, what was the word he said?
No, not.
I can't remember. But Pinway, he's like, for 3 weeks he'd been going, we'll have some Pinway at Mondelto. And it was on my thing, so I'm like, this is a sure thing. Like, at the end, there's 2 things left. Mitch
there was-
to say
Yeah, I can't remember what it
something
was.
in
I remember what it was.
in,
Just
in
think
an
of
English accent.
my dog's name.
Oh, yeah. So I wasn't allowed to call Jazz's family dog Theodore.
Theodore.
But the accent, that's...
Yeah.
May have made...
So those 2 we just sit. I crossed heaps off earlier. I'm like, I'm on here.
Don't start.
Hither, boy.
But anyway,
Start.
Theodore.
Mitch.
people don't need to hear about our drunken escapades. It's Christmas Day. Go make your own. Go drink with your drunk uncle.
Excuse me.
I'm sure everyone's got a drunk uncle
Pardon?
for Christmas. 25 episodes in, we got the podcast back off the ground. We dug it up. We reinvigorated its carcass.
Got a fresh new logo.
Got a fresh new logo. Thanks to Josh Brown, the king, and thanks to Burst for installing it. New podcast sponsors for next year, probably. What do you think?
Good to be part of, and keen to launch into season 4 with fresh new camera setup. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all that's changing. New guests. Keen to get some more people on, expand. Some non-Mornington based people. Like, I know the premise of the podcast is, it's people that are part of our community, but I'm sort of keen to expand and grow that a little bit more. And
Sounds good. Jazz will do a bit of co-hosting next year.
I've already lined it up.
Yeah, but I
40
still have
guests,
not
Jazz.
agreed.
You never agree.
But if I don't agree,
You'll be here.
will I?
You know it's good for you.
Yeah, but
Over. Done.
Yeah, I'm excited for some of the conversations we're going to have. Excited to share it in different ways and get it out there amidst our community.
continue.
No, you go.
So we're 25 episodes deep. Like, 3 of us have hosted a fair few. You've been on 1, and we're going to get you on a fair
2 now.
No. That wasn't a dig. That actually wasn't a dig, by the way.
That
And
was
we're
a
going to
dig.
get.
You're right, Jazz.
Absolutely wasn't. We're going to
No,
get you on a
not.
few next season. But guess for you,
Emotional, damn it!
for you two, favorite episode that A, you weren't on, and then B, you were on. Starting with Mitchell.
I'm trying to think who I hosted. Who did I host? Indy, Ali. I did one more, didn't I?
Jazz.
Jazz. I like Jazz's actually, and I'm not just pandering for that.
You're
to be
pan-
fair,
you're
I
so
really
pandering.
enjoyed all 3, and I'm again not just saying that, just for different reasons. Like Ali, obviously coming from a high performance dietetics background, but also launching something for parents of kids, which I think is exceptional. Indy being basically a 12-year-old and then living in America.
I didn't realise how young she was.
Yeah, she's not gonna hear this. It's not gonna matter. But like exposing people to like what life looks like in America, because I think, I don't know, myself included, potentially like the idea of living in America, but it also is a different ball game over there. And then Jazz is just character building and good things. People just get to hear the different sides.
Your relationship makes me laugh so much.
It's like an annoying brother you can't get rid of. And I'm not even related.
Yeah, not going anywhere either. Troy McDonough's episode was phenomenal. I love that man. So it was just good. It's just good for him to come in, think it was going to be a 10-minute episode, stay for 40. He reflected a lot of the thoughts and frameworks I guess I live my life by, in terms of like values-based decision making and the standards that you set and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was nice to hear it and nice to not be a part of it. One thing I've loved after hosting 100 and something odd episodes solo, with a little bit of help from our mate Simon, it was nice to be able to open YouTube on a Monday morning, see the episode was up there and go, oh sweet, I forgot about this, listen to it as a punter, enjoy it, consume it, and not have any part of it. So yeah, that was probably it. And the one I hosted, trying to think back at who I chatted to. Obviously not very memorable.
The one us 3 did was pretty good because I was in a not.
That was just fun. Yeah, that was fun.
funny.
I want to do
I
it.
was just not in the mood to talk about philosophy or movies or something.
That's one I probably got the most feedback on, saying I really liked that one. I had a good chuckle. And and when we do ones like that, in the back of my head, I'm like, oh fuck, no one's going to give a shit about this. It's just
they're
literally
great.
us talk. Like right now, it's just us talking shit. But like that's what our community likes.
Yeah, and I think it gives everyone like a look at us from a different angle and things like that. So yeah, that one was pretty fun. I did enjoy the one with the SpeakShare boys. I love what they're doing and I love what they're building. And I'm really excited to find ways for Virtus to contribute to that going forward. Yeah, we'll do more of those next year. More of the us chatting and
Yeah, good.
now we got the logo. We can all sit around the logo and talk about good things.
Share yarns. My favourite, as I said at the start. Do you like that one, Mitch?
No.
Check
it off.
I didn't mind that.
Bottoms up. If you're playing along at home. My favourite was the one I did with Mark.
Oh, you reckon?
As I said at the
I
start.
didn't know that.
Absolutely
The
shocking.
50th time you've mentioned it.
Yeah.
All you've spoken about last 6 months is losing your coffee cup and Mark Coffer.
Mark Coffer. I love Mark Coffer. Yeah, it was good to I guess not have to put on an act and just sit there with your mate and drink wine and just ask him stupid questions about it and just literally talk shit for an hour. And I guess in previous episodes, Mitch is pointing at me.
No, I just thought of my one I didn't host, as you were.
In previous episodes, I'd especially some of the first ones that I did. It's my first ever experience doing a podcast.
Yeah.
I felt like I had to, because I'd listened to previous episodes in years past, and I felt like I had to almost live up to you and what you provide, and have these deep philosophical conversations and sound really intelligent and say big words like cathartic and fucking and cultivate. And
Cultivate means to grow.
yeah, I know. But that's not me, and they're not the conversations that I'd have if I was just sitting around with you guys normally or with my mates. I wouldn't talk like that. And
I'd love to go fly on a wall with you and your mates. I don't know. It's so much fun. I reckon I'd get knocked out at least twice.
Keen to bring more of that to the table next season. Just being myself rather than trying to be you. Favorite one.
I'm glad you got there. After
Yeah, we got
25
there.
episodes. Because it's so important. We don't need two of me. Fuck, I get sick of me sometimes.
Favorite one that I didn't host. Surprised this hasn't got to mention yet. The Jordan Cody one. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say
Geordie.
Jazz Spate, but it's already been said. Jordan Cody.
Sorry about that, kicking, guys.
If you haven't listened, go listen and let it speak for itself.
Yeah.
Good listen.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. New housemate.
That's my housemate.
I'm so proud of him. I know that guy.
Mine's Darren Murr.
Oh, yeah, Daz was good.
Yeah. Because Darren and I have very similar views on a lot of things, so it was pleasurable.
I didn't love that one.
Yes.
I feel as though we should have, one of us should have taken that.
Yeah, agree. I just wanted to be there. I just fucking
Just wanted to be there. Yeah, I don't know. I was, it takes, and I think I was speaking about this off air, it takes a while for you to get into the swing of things and the speed of a conversation. And I think, one of us would think of something, and you'd kind of be going, all right, sweet. So we talk about this, and maybe you create a natural path. And then I remember there was one point where Tyler was just like, oh yeah, but what about this? And it just went over here. I'm like, fuck, we're never going to be back to that.
especially with Daz.
Which is the natural podcasting route. And I think you and early on, I used to have a list of all the questions I wanted to ask someone, and now I basically just go, what gets you out of bed in the morning, and we just chat for an hour. But yeah, your growth as a host has been brilliant.
Speaking of taking a while for the conversation to get moving, me and Bailey Schmidt the other day, it was on a Sunday, so we were both a bit dusty.
Yeah.
And
Wait a
that,
bit, Dusty. You were both hung as.
that took 20 minutes, so give it a listen. Good episode.
I reckon but
it'll take a bit.
Just speed it up, 2x
You do
it, and
Yeah.
it'll sound normal.
Pasty going in there.
Yeah. Raspy.
It's not what we want.
Rusty, Dusty.
Is that all the podcast?
Any other podcast highlights anyone wants to share?
Georgia cutting up reels.
Yeah,
No, I mean that though.
yeah, she's doing really well.
She's doing good.
Means I don't have to do it.
Not the point.
Second layer to that.
Not the point.
No, I'm I don't know.
We haven't
Outside
spoken
of,
about this. We hired a 12-year-old. Minimum wage.
yeah. Tick. Yeah, I'm actually outside of all the cool things we've got planned, I'm excited to see Georgia grow into her role and build into the cool things she's going to do.
She's been holidaying.
She's yeah, I know, real early on, so bit of a black mark against her name, but yeah, she's super green, which you expect when you hire a 17-year-old, but her potential for growth and her attitude's been phenomenal so far. So I'm looking forward to hopefully the next 5-10 years of Georgia doing good things, creating content and getting our rambles out there.
You'll never hear me say this again about Georgia, but to an extent, she gets it.
Yeah, and I think that was one of the reasons why she was such an easy hire, because she's just you like, from my point of view, the skill set side of things, and that goes for a coach, content creation, whatever. That's all teachable. The the attitude and the capacity to just show up and go, all right, what do I need to do? What do I need to learn? There's been 3 or 4 things where like either haven't had time to teach her or I don't know it well enough. So I'm like, just jump on YouTube, knock over a couple of videos, have a crack and see how you go. Hour later, she comes back and goes, what do you think of this? And she's got a product and it's not perfect by any means. But every week she's getting better with content. So yeah, she's going to be a good one. If you're watching this, keep it up, Rook.
Better be.
Well, she's going to have to chop it up.
Chopping it up.
To be fair, I'd probably listen to it on mute. That's probably what I would do as Georgia.
That's true. 50 minutes in. Is there anything else?
No, I'm fried. It's past 9 p.m, which means past my bedtime. So
All right.
I'm slipping.
I'm not done.
You're not done?
No,
What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about?
Something. I feel like we're missing something. Don't know what that is, but I've just got to...
Is there a let's go one member each, 1 or 2 members each that you want to shout out as
I like that.
Bravo for the year.
I remembered it. What's your favourite part of the year?
Favourite part is in like a thing or like a time period or what?
You're in charge. What's your favourite
Sorry
part
for the
about
coffee.
2022?
It's all been pretty wonderful. I don't know, Tuesdays with my girls, wonderful. It's some days like KP gets home and she's like, how's your day? I'm just like, she's like, you didn't talk to me? I'm like,
Yeah, we get that.
I just grunt.
Because the next day you walk in here, the same attitude.
Yeah.
And everyone goes, oh, look, he's in a mood today.
That's
Don't talk to him.
Yeah, because I can't guarantee
The hair's normally like up here. The eyes are normally
I wear a
shut.
hat. I can't guarantee my 7 hours sleep. So, Tuesdays with the girls. Like, just it's being a parent. I liken it to Stockholm syndrome.
What's that,
You
Jess?
can look that up later, Tyler.
It's when you love your kidnapper.
Exactly. There you go. It's just it's like
How do you know that?
it's kind of. I don't know. How do you
Don't
know
ask.
that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Read a book, mate. It's such a weird thing. There's no manual. There's no people have done it before, but everyone still has no fucking clue how to do it. It's just you just got to keep them alive and keep them happy and keep them smiling, and keep them developing and all that kind of stuff. But it brings you the most insane sense of joy.
Thank you.
Sorry, I should have turned it down.
Cough button.
Just the most insane heart, soul feeling sense of joy. It's wonderful. But at the same time, you have moments where you're just like, I just want to be anywhere else. But then they'll smile or, throw a laugh or, Billy was being a little shit today. I was sweeping up rocks and stuff from out the back because we got the inspection where we're going to sell our house on Thursday. And I turn around and Billy's sitting there in a pile of rocks going,
You know that's you, right?
oh yeah, seriously. And I'm just looking at her going, fuck, Billy, stop. And she looks up at me and goes,
Laugh. Got to say, Billy's so fun at the moment. Like she's like the past month and a half, 2 months. She's finally at a point where she won't cry if I look at her or touch her. Like, so fun.
Yeah, but Lucy did the same thing the other day. I was like, it's just a thing.
Billy's going through a phase where she's pretty robust. She could deal with most things, cry for a moment. She fell off the couch today. I haven't told KV yet. But she fell off the couch today.
Hey, just stop there.
And the couch is about half a metre from the window. And she's standing up. She's like, yeah. I'm like, Billy. And I'm on the other side of the couch. And I lunge, slow motion. She goes, like, what's the king from Lion King? Mufasa? Falling off, just slow mo. Just like, no. She falls off, lands in the middle. And I just hear this almighty like, but she's winded at the same time, so she's trying to cry. But 5 minutes later...
You shouldn't laugh at that shit.
Bit graphic.
I mean, she's still breathing, so she's fine.
Half poorly by the sound of it.
Oh, mate. What was the question? I love my kids. It's the best. But actually, here's the biggest shout out. I think we said Verse members. Oh, no, you asked a question. Sorry. But shout out to my mother. She is the best grandma and the best mum in the history of the world. Would not survive without her. So, cheers to you, Mum. Sorry that you're sick because my daughter's made you sick. Love you.
What's she here today?
Yeah, she went home. Not well. What about you? I stole that a little bit.
What
Jess-
was the
Jess first.
actual
I hijacked
question?
it. I can't remember. Mitch asked it.
Heart of the year. Favorite part of the year.
Winning flags. Sorry, you go.
Definitely didn't win a flag. The people I've met out all just overall from the environments I've been in. Short and sweet. Tyler.
I'd like some elaboration.
Yeah, I want to hear more.
Damn it, I thought I got away with it. Just from being at work and I mean, technically I've done a lot of hours at the moment, so most of them have been at work, but at Saints, new footy club pretty much over the last year, new workplace with Virtus, just meeting some like-minded people and have been enjoyable. Is that enough elaboration?
Yeah.
Why has it been enjoyable? And I'm not being a dick.
All right, Lucy, why? Why?
I'm not being a dick.
I know. Just being around people similar age, similar values, just good fun, which I guess I hadn't had previous years, so that's probably why.
Who's your top 3 people you met this year? For all 4 of you. 3 of you. Jesus.
Top 3.
Yeah, top 3.
Three?
Jesus.
Oh, I don't know.
I
I'm
can't
curious.
say
That I've
top
met
3.
New people.
Yeah, new people who have come into your world you've valued or go, yep, I want to hang out with you.
Can't do it.
You can, you choose not to.
I'm just trying
Yeah.
to think of 3. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of
Just arbitrary
one
number.
person
Pick
I didn't know a year ago.
Pick someone. Arbitrary. I didn't want to say like top 1 because then the other one you feel bad, you know.
You'd say Mark Hoffer.
Hey.
Mark Hoffer?
Oh, I love Matt Guffey, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say Schmitty.
Chicken. We love chicken.
Nah, I met Schmitty last year, 2021, mate. Matt Laff?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I've known Matt Laff before this year, but like properly got to know him this year when he come back
He'd
from
love the shout-outs,
WA.
yeah.
Yeah, he would. He'd be listening to. And 2 more, fucking hell. I know
You
one
don't
more.
have to. You don't have to. It's an arbitrary number. I just pick
Yeah.
3, you know.
I can't think. Oh.
The people of the Red Hill Footy Club.
You know them last year?
Huh?
On the same level.
Oh,
I'm
I
struggling.
I knew 10 of them.
I'm really struggling with this.
Good. I like struggle. It's character building.
Favourite word.
Love it.
2 words.
Shut up. I knew you were going to say that.
Very Tyler, that answer. Who's yours? Well, I think about mine.
I think I have different people from different environments, I guess. Like the unit coordinator at uni that basically looks after the unit that I taught or helped teach this year. Like I knew him from a student-teacher point of view, but getting to know him this year, we have very similar, like, not views on things, but like hobbies and habits. So he's a big shoe guy. I'm a big shoe guy. Got into his sports cards. Like, just likes being active. Still plays footy. Like, plays masters. So like, him, I really enjoyed getting to know this year because it's a different side of him that I hadn't seen before. From Saints, I mean, medical staff and high performance staff, we've kind of been the same. So it's not really necessarily a staff member. So maybe one of the new players, maybe Nick Stevens. I mean, you two have no idea what I'm talking about, but her and I just seem to gel pretty well and, again, have pretty similar views on things. And it's one of those people you feel like, you know, even though you just met him this year, you feel like you've known him for a few years because it's kind of just easy and breezy. And then maybe from here, probably the Rollies. Like
Legends.
May.
Yeah, put them on top of the list.
May and I didn't know each other previously. Tess and I, from afar, I would say knew each other, just like knew of each other from like a professional setting because obviously she's sports science and PhD at Deakin as well. So didn't really know each other, but getting to know both of them this year is, you know, enjoy hanging out with them. And again, it's very similar to, it's someone or some people, both of them that I feel like they've been here for years kind of thing. So they're probably
They're a
my
good
3.
fit.
Yeah, they're probably my 3.
Just looking through my text to see if there's anyone that I've known for less than a year. George Fletcher, big fan.
Oh, yeah.
Love that man.
Great answer.
It's just a good
He
egg.
started last year.
Yeah, well, see, this is the thing. There's gonna be some crossover
Nah.
because I'm not good with dates.
He was 2022.
He might have been 2022. But yeah,
Definitely.
I can look.
exceptional human. But like I don't know if it's just a generalisation, but they're the people
Got
that
a lot of long game friendships here.
you...
Michelle Murr.
Yeah.
I'd met Michelle last year, but got
They're
to
the
know
people
her
you
this year.
find hanging out with easy, is how I like to think about it.
Mm.
Trying to think of anyone else that crosses my mind.
Jared Maxwell, big fan.
Yeah, we spoke really against each other.
He's a good egg.
He's shit, but that's good. He's better than me.
Who's that?
I think that's me.
It's not me.
Sort it out. It's the new misso. Just checking in on you.
Oh.
Oh. And on that note,
Not a thing.
has everyone answered?
Yep.
Yeah. All our new members.
did.
All our new members are wonderful.
Jazz didn't answer.
I did answer.
He didn't.
Yes, I did.
Go into detail, nitty gritty.
There's too many from here to say.
Oh, love that.
There's way too many.
Nah, I can get
would've-
around that though. It's unfair to
They
name.
have, like, we have, obviously having significant growth over the last 12 months, going from 2 years of lockdown, our membership has boomed.
That's why I asked.
The most wonderful thing about that is that all of the people who are joining up are just legends. like, you're now in that sales role. Like, it's almost too easy sometimes chatting to people because they're just like, yeah, cool. Like, I'm ready. I've heard this. What do I need to do to start the onboarding? The caliber of people that walk through these doors without us having to, what's the word?
It's effortless.
Sell ourselves.
Yeah, without us having to, like,
Whore ourselves.
Wait, whoa,
Jesus.
whoa.
you're right. Have a drink. Without us having to, like, go through the rigors of, qualifying people and making sure they're a good fit and all that kind of stuff. Like, we are very lucky that the people who are being referred here and the people that are looking through all of our content resonate in certain ways that they're like, yep, this is a place for me. It was it was great to see Shayla walk in today, and I was like, "Are you back?" And she's just like, "Other gyms suck."
Come crawling back.
Katie Rust.
Yeah, it's great to have those guys back. And on your point before, people will leave, people move on. It's there's going to be that churn, there's going to be that movement. Anyone that moves on knows that they've got a home here, and that's the best part about it. What was your question you asked before that Tyler didn't answer?
Favorite part of the year. I thought I got out of that
Part
one.
of the
It's hard to think of a big highlight because, and I don't mean this in a grim, sad way at all. But for me, there probably wasn't many, and that's not because I had a shit and sad year, but it was just a very year.
I'm the same. So
But-
Not a lot of big rises, big
Not-
falls, just
yeah,
goodness.
Yeah, just probably
progressive growth?
Probably a stage below goodness, not badness, but pretty apart from me, like two of my closest mates moved away over to the UK. So and for the past 5 years,
that never stops hurting.
They're
you know.
they're the if you know they're the people I've probably spent the most time with out of anyone on earth. So and even in lockdown 2021 when I'd moved here, every weekend I'd just be over in Geelong seeing them. So that forced me to step into new life here and actually get to know people and get uncomfortable, and so that was good growth there. And I've still got a lot of really, really close and my best friends here still, but with footy as well, I was forced to just step into life here rather than avoid it by going over to Geelong every weekend.
What was the hardest part of each of your years? It can be a chapter or it can be a moment.
New footy club.
I think mine's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
You're
Big-
with someone
big-
for 9 years and then you're not.
Big life change, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the. I don't mean this to sound hostile, but not a lot changed in from a life point of view as well. Yeah, we've been together for 9 years.
It's probably one of the reasons why.
Yeah, 100%. And we're both just on different life paths. So it hasn't been a bad thing necessarily. But when you have been with the same person for 9 years and then you're not, there's some parts you go, yep, didn't realize that was going to happen. So
Yep.
obviously that. But I mean, for the rest of it, I'm very similar to Lyle. There was no massive peaks, no. Apart from that, no huge drops or troughs.
No flags.
Yeah, don't miss that part of it. So that's okay.
You come back next year?
Nah.
Twos are looking a little thin. So.
No, they never look thin. Get a call every. Yeah, it's the one thing. Chris Hutch isn't coach, and I'm not
Yeah,
going to
it's
get a call.
Don't
I'm
worry.
off the hook.
Don't worry, I'll give Stags your number. Jazz,
What was the question again?
hardest part?
Adjusting to being out of home and having to manage expenses.
It's a new
Everything
world.
is
Whole
so
new world.
expensive.
7 years and I still haven't wrapped my head around it.
Have you met
Right.
Tyler?
I'm going to give you 3 books that are going to change your life. Actually, I'm going to give you 1 book that's going to change your life.
What is it for people that are listening and might be going through the same struggles?
Is it Psychology of Money? I think it's called. I actually can't remember what it's called. psychology of money is phenomenal, but also profit first. Even though it's a business-based book, it will change the way you look at your income and expenses. And I don't want to. There's every man and his dog's got financial advice, but as someone that was in a very similar position to you, just automatic transfers just change your life. Weekly automatic transfers, and you just need to make sure there's money in there. So you change your behaviour based on knowing that X is coming out tomorrow to go into a savings or to go into a
been meaning to tee that up for a while. Don't know how to do it.
Pretty sure I told you that like 6 months ago.
Maybe.
I need to do it too. I don't know how to do it. Can we both
Yeah.
Which bank are you
I
with?
swear you can't do it on CommBank.
ANZ.
I'm on CommBank, so
I was going to say, I'm on ANZ.
And you
Mitch,
can.
Kids
teach
these
me.
days. Kids these days.
It's easy. So next week on finance and but genuinely, you just to go. All right, you got 100% of your income, and I know you guys fluctuate a little bit, but you go on lower end because then the rest is bonus. 100% of your income, you go 20% goes here, 30% goes here, 15% goes here, 8% goes here, whatever it is.
You lost him at 10%.
I don't know.
Jamie Smith taught me this too.
Yeah,
and
same shit.
Didn't quite stick.
I'll sit down with you and we'll figure it out in 2 hours, and then it's just a set and forget. I go, where the fuck's all our money? And I go, oh, sweet, I've already paid all my taxes. So you don't have to worry about finding it. It's just you don't have as much to spend.
But I like fun.
I mean, I'm with you.
What did I say before about having anything you want, not everything you want?
Yeah. That'll be a 2023 learning.
You just got to choose, mate. You just got to choose.
Tyler problem.
You don't want to be running out of money in Britain.
No.
Probably. Everyone answer that question?
Yes. What's a block? I know we're getting on here, but
I like it.
what's
people can stop listening.
what's a current block that you have that you'd like to overcome leading into 2023 and onwards? What's a barrier that exists in your world now?
If my potential's at 100%, I've been cruising at 50 and 60. No, cruising's the wrong word. I've been bumping along at 50 and 60 for the last 12 months.
And a follow up to that, what are the actions you need to take? Because it's one thing to have a barrier.
Adopt out my kids. I don't know. There's probably and this goes for anyone that stretches themselves in any area of life, whether it be with kids or with work or with sport or whatever. You get to the end of the day and all of the things are done, and you finish cleaning or whatever. And KP's gonna yell at me that because I don't clean straight away. Fuck you too.
I just think
You almost got it. I know. I was like, oh, this is good. Mitch isn't sitting next to Jazz.
no, I'm okay. I can behave. And he can't.
Look, water in my mouth. Don't make me laugh.
And you get to the end of the day and you go, Jasmine.
I'm listening.
You get to the end of the day and you go, all right, it's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna steal back all of the freedom that I didn't have for the last 12 hours, and you overcompensate and put it between 9 and 11 or 9 and 12.
He's not up.
Sorry.
Being a child.
And you burn the candle. You burn the candle at both ends and then have to get up early, and it just repeats. And I think the thing that's almost hardest with parenting or working a job, or working a big job or anything like that, is that it's constantly taking a little bit off you every day or every week. And what you need to do is start finding ways to give it back. So for you, it's being your golf. For you, it's having excess calories every day, and going, do I have maple syrup?
Can I eat
Or do I
for
have
dinner?
do I have a glass of milk when I get home? Or do I do
Nah,
both?
too much carbs.
It's a good problem to have. Nah.
It's a very good
Nah,
problem to have.
I need carbs. I'm on 650 a day.
So in answer to your question, I'm not 100% sure. This is, and things are going great, but this is probably the most lost, for lack of a better term, that I've been in my life for a long time. For years, the goal was to build Virtus, and for the first couple of years of having the girls, the goal was just keep them, happy and moving forward and things like that. Whereas now, Virtus is going well. The girls are somewhat self-sustainable.
You let him fall off the couch.
Yeah, that's it. She bounced. Now it's kind of in a lot of those times, I spent a lot of time reading and writing, so I probably haven't had a lot of self-reflection time this year, relatively speaking. Figuring out what I need is probably my main crux for the next 3 to 6 months, and obviously making sure that Virtus and the girls get what they need as well. Because the easy answer is just going, oh, I need to sleep more, or I need to eat better, or whatever. But I need a system and a framework in place to allow me to do that consistently. Long game.
I mean, I'm probably not allowed to say money again, am I?
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
Not.
that was going to be the cop-out answer, but I knew it was going to be thrown to the curb. So
It was vetoed.
I've
so
come,
to speak.
Danny.
I've come armed
Vetoed.
with another answer, and that is just to get over some self-limiting beliefs, so I can continue to grow, I guess, this business and the wing of it that I own, and then grow my own business and online coaching and online coaching wing, and to generate some more income. So it's all linked. I guess get over some self-limiting beliefs so then I can generate more income. So there you go. I've tied money into the answer.
Is he talking about veganism?
Veganism.
I'm not talking about veganism. Don't get started there.
The self-limiting beliefs is a really important one, because I think that, and you've got to find ways to shine the mirror back on yourself, to look at your life and to reflect and go, all right, what's working, what's not, where do I need to change? And we've all got them.
Sorry, keep going. I'm just an idiot.
Please
He's
Sorry.
literally being a child.
Keep going. Sorry.
You can watch the
Him?
video back in a minute. He's being
I
a
wasn't
child.
watching.
He's
I
being a
wasn't
Watch
child.
back at the
He's being a
video.
child.
What time are
And
we
he
at?
keeps doing this shitty little smirk because he can't laugh.
You okay?
That.
I'm good.
I can't remember what I was saying. Jazz?
Sorry if you're listening on Spotify.
Again, we had a tangent. What's the question?
Barrier and how you...
Yeah, what's a block and
you
what's
need
your
to
plan for overcoming it?
I think with the volume of work that I do, as well as like uni at the moment, and just having the ability to juggle that and then still have time to do like my social netball, my training and things for myself, and having to find a way to juggle it between. It's not going to get less what I'm doing, but I just have to find a way to fit that time in and be better planned, which is getting better.
What are you going to actually do, though?
Scheduling the time and work around it.
Good.
Sorry, you were talking about self-limiting beliefs before. I was being an idiot. Sorry.
Yes, you were.
But then locked. Started going on a segue. Sorry, I was stirring up jazz.
Now on another segue. Back to self.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think what I was saying was along the lines of like all barriers to growth and development are self-made, and even though technically then a lot of them aren't, there's no utility in kind of going, oh well, I'm not growing because of X, Y, Z that are outside of your control. If you go, all right, and this is maybe just a mindset that has helped me in the past, and I think can help anyone if they truly buy into it. If you look at the reasons why your life isn't the way you want it to be, and it might be around money, it might be around health and well-being, it might be around relationships, or it might be around career, and you say, how is this my fault? How have I been wrong about this? And build systems and processes. It might be asking yourself questions, it might be journaling, it might be talking to a friend, it might be reading books that are going to help you expand that understanding. That allows you to then break through those beliefs to then create beliefs that will help you thrive and help you grow and help you develop in ways that wouldn't have happened if you didn't challenge yourself. We can all sit in any environment with people we know and love and kind of go, here are the 3 reasons why you're not doing the things you want to do. And you can say they work too much, or you can say they spend too much time watching TV, or they spend too much time on their phone, or whatever. But until you do that to yourself and do it consistently and realize that what they do is outside of your control, that is the thing that will allow you to step forward and allow you to grow and allow you to overcome whatever it is that you've been doing, or whatever it is that's been stopping you from doing the things you want to do. I think when you realize that, there's a whole heap of power comes from that, because you're in charge. Ultimately, I look at anything, but the girls for one. If KP and I are there, it's kind of, you both kind of think that doing something is the other person's responsibility. Whereas when you're the only one, you go, oh, you just do it because it's your responsibility. And I think that no one is going to take responsibility over your life other than you. So if you want to grow and you want to develop in the way that we all do, it's on you. And you're in charge. And you get the opportunity to do that. That's what I was going to say.
Good stuff.
Any more for any more? Final thoughts?
I'm fading.
I think so.
Bit late.
I was trying to think of a Barry, but I don't think I really have one.
My name's Mitch.
I think I'm over him, to be honest.
Yeah, you've overcome some barriers this year, so good from you.
I don't think I have any. Just do what I want within reason. Don't go out, doing anything crazy, I don't think.
Good.
What's Christmas look like for all you?
Just with the fam, friends for dinner. It'll be. I'm like super excited for Christmas this year. Just seeing the girls' faces when they see a Santa or press the button on the Grinch, or whatever. It's kind of. I don't know. Did you guys get to the point where you're like 13 or 14? You're like kind of doesn't really feel like Christmas anymore, or like you get to an age where it doesn't feel like Christmas like it did when you were a kid. I kind of feel like I'm gonna get to see and feel that through the girls' eyes again. So, my Christmas will just be people watching my 2 daughters. Yours? Get pissed on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, go out in Hamilton. Catch up with all your school chums and mates from back home. Be really good.
Piece of chum.
You going to steer there, or...?
Hey, nah, it's walk. You don't steer anywhere in Hamilton. You can walk comfortably anywhere under 30 minutes.
Good.
And then, Christmas Day with the family, nice lunch, pig out, and then might sneak over to our mates at night time.
Jasmine?
Going home. All 6 of us and then 3 dogs have lunch at home and not do too much else.
Perfect.
Take me home.
Well, you're not wrong about country, by the way.
No, I'm telling you. It never puts you in a bad mood.
No, I agree.
Normally it gets to a point at Saints where I start singing jazz, and that's when it really goes downhill.
Oh, it's like when I arrive, start singing country music.
I do.
And it's 5 o'clock.
I do. Oh, I'm okay with it. Country music's worth it. We did our family Christmas on Saturday previous. So the extended family gone. Most of my family don't live near-ish. A lot of my cousins live Canberra way, Phillip Island way. And then some live out past the city, so... Done the big family one, so Christmas Day looks like Mum and Dad's house for lunch. I think some of my extended family are coming to that as well, and then normally Mum's best friend comes over and her kids, who I went to school with. And then normally a bunch of my best mates come around for dinner and eat our leftovers. So
Sounds wonderful.
And Boxing Day basketball and cricket.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Very good. One last thing, and this is like a one-liner of the best piece of advice or best piece of advice you've either given or been given this year that kind of over something
I actually don't know where you're going with that, so I can't help you.
that kind of sums up the year.
Can you repeat that again?
Best piece of advice you've given or been given this year that kind of sums up the last 12 months.
I say this all the time, and I know I'm going to get the look of it. And because I'm a doer, like I like to plan and process, but I also just like to do it. Like, don't think about it, just do. So, our unofficial rule 13 here at Vertus, we're not here to fuck spiders. Like, doing is better than thinking, in some cases. But yeah, that's the me one.
Yeah, good.
Because that's something that even though it does seem funny, that's how I live. Like, stop thinking about it, just go do it. Like, even like as simple as like getting back to some text messages or an email. Like, don't let it sit there. Just get it done. Like,
2-minute rule is a good one. If it takes less than 2 minutes, just fucking do it straight.
Yeah.
Do it right then and there.
But yeah, we're not here to fuck spiders. Mitch merch coming soon.
Do you have a name?
No.
Run with Mitch merch.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I hate it though.
PCR.
It's like yeah. So I was going to use my
Performance
Instagram.
coach
Yeah, I was
bro.
going to use my Instagram
PCR.
handle, but what's PCR? It's fucking COVID test.
Yeah.
Can't.
COVID.
Phosphocreatine.
Gym things. My name's Tyler.
You too?
And I'll lift.
I don't know. This stumped me a little bit. Fuck. I don't know. Jazz, go first. Let me think.
I think one other for me, I'm just going to keep adding
Yeah,
one of these.
because I'm going to be
You
silent.
know, you still need to come up with your own though.
Yeah, I know.
But another one for me is you're allowed to have bad days. Like nothing. The world is so built now to be perfect. Just how it's built, and we love our little dopamine hits. But even saying this to some of the clients, some of the guys, I'm feeling a bit shit, I haven't been around you, etc. It's like, you're allowed to do that. It's not a bad
100%.
thing. It's welcome being human. You have your own emotions.
Yeah, you got to give yourself what you need.
Yeah.
I think if you feel 60% one day, and you rock up and give 60%, then that's 100% of what you're capable of for the day. Great, and you don't have to be up every day because it's human. You're not.
Yeah, that's a big one for me.
Okay, something's come to me, and this is a bit of a left of field like health one. My coach Alex Sandalis said, Mitch's drum rolling. Allow yourself to unwind with a TV show before bed. And it's going to sound stupid to a lot of people that do that anyway, like 99% of people. But my bedtime routine, I don't know when I implemented this. Let's say February prior was real anal and strict and Instagram-y. You got to switch off electronics 3 hours before you go to bed. Read a book, do some meditation, and
No blue light.
And no blue light. And I struggled so hard with my sleep. And what Alex said to me is doesn't sound like you're switching off. You're switching on.
Episode,
whoa.
23,
You're like,
Claire
all right, I'm
Powell.
on here,
Anyone
tick, tick,
wants to play along? Episode 23, Claire Powell. 23?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You spoke about that.
Good, he listened.
I listen to everyone.
So now, and I still wear my blue light blockers and turn off the phone, but I just sit back and watch a couple of dumb TV shows, and then you're melting. And
Puts his little romantic red light on.
the red light.
Takes his be real for the day. It's not really real when you take it when you get into bed.
Unfortunately, actually, no, I'm not going to go into detail there.
Been
Because
found
he knows
out.
it right.
Been found out. I mean,
No.
yeah, 100%. I
not the low,
I switch off better when I have my phone. I might watch 10 minutes of a TV show just to help me, and then podcast and
Out like
sleep.
a light.
You haven't seen his be reals.
No, I don't.
It's a low, upper Abbey peck.
It's not.
It's a bit how you going. I'm here for it. It's
Mine's
delicious content.
mine. Because we do need to wrap this up.
Yeah, we do.
Mine, even though there's friction at the start, change is always good. If you're thinking about quitting a job, if you're thinking about starting a new gym, if you're thinking about doing a course, whatever, do it because one or two things will happen. You'll either realize it was a brilliant idea and you're happy with it, and you keep moving forward from there, or you realize it was a shit idea and you either go back to what you were doing or you move on to something else. And we're in a very fortunate position. I've had a lot of conversations with people in our community this year about quitting jobs, about moving interstate, about doing things different. And ultimately, my advice, for lack of a better term, is always just go do it, because it'll tell you whether you want it, or whether you don't. Sure, some decisions are a little bit more expensive and a little bit more difficult than others. So if you want a cheap version, get a coin, have both options on either side, flip the coin, while it's in the air, go, what do I want it to land on? Do that.
Commune.
Finish this off, Jazz, before I play some country Christmas carols.
Mine would be, it's okay to prioritise things for yourself and get them in as well. And finish it there.
Selfishness is not a dirty word. Have a wonderful Christmas. Be amazing. Keep looking after yourselves. Looking forward to a glorious 2023 at 1/2 Talk Terrace and fucking everywhere else. So here's a bit of Brett Aldridge.
Actually 12.
I'll watch it later. I'll watch it on Saturday.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year.